Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, October 9th. We're looking at Window Traders market profile of ES and NQ. So ES breaks out, explodes out of like a 13-day balance to the upside. The S&P is up on all three time frames, the monthly, weekly, and daily. New highs in the ES, SPY, and SPX. NQ up on the daily, making an attempt to get to the weekly balance high of 517.50. We'll see if they get there tomorrow. Righty, still in balance. They came out of an inside day to the upside, got something out of it in D&E, but that's it. They end with basically an afternoon rally high in J and only an 8-wide POC. NQ ends with a price probe, a nice afternoon pullback, and a double distribution day. ES also goes with a price probe, but they have a 9-wide POC. NQ is only 7, SPY was only 8, 9-wide, pullback in I, and 2 sets of single prints. And SPY ends up with 2 sets of single print, 3 sets. They left a little one here in I that ES filled. Frustrating day P&L wise, lost 12 points on the day, and that's on one. We'll get to it. We saw the market well, but NQ was very difficult in B period. Very difficult in B period. And it got me. So the first thing I did is I took a short in NQ in A period when we were below the opening. NQ was having issues earlier. They got below the base of the price. Forget about the price probe. The price spike. And by the way, look where the single prints off of today, near the price probe base yesterday. They got below the base of the price probe and price spike very easily. And they were shopping tremendously. They were having trouble getting above the opening. At ES, on the other hand, look at this. Yes, they got below the price spike, but only by a little bit, spent no time there, and then they got very directional very early. NQ did not. NQ had trouble before it finally broke out in B, and that's why I got hurt prior to that. So first I took a short against both the base of the price spike and the 144 simple moving average, and it worked. I could have done it 3 or 4 times. I only did it once. Then we get above the opening, and I'm like, here we go. So I went with my 5 lot at 92. Well, lo and behold, they head faked. I could have sold some at around 98, 99. I could have done that. It got right up to it. I didn't. I should have. In that case, I should have taken maybe 2 off and hold 3 for it to pop. Well, I didn't take any off, and then it went from where I was long at 92 and I got out at 72. I lost 100 points. And it really pissed me off because I still thought they were going to take out A's high, but I wasn't going to keep holding it. So right off the bat, I was out 100. I mean, I made money on the initial short in A, but on that trade, I was out 100. I did finally get it when we popped A's high on a 5 lot. And I made about 50 points back on it. So, again, I was only down about 40 at that point. Again, we saw the market well. Then I took the long in C period to pop B's high. Didn't get a lot out of that one. But again, cut down by loss. I did some small longs in D period against the ebb and flow. So I went from down 100 points. I ended up losing only 12 on the day. So it's not the P&L. It's just that I'm frustrated myself the way I got caught like that. Then, to make matters kind of worse, when F period pulled back, I had a bid in at 64. Now, I didn't put it in there when it was coming down. I told the room when we were trading up here, I want to see us come down because remember, we had higher single prints too that they took back. They took back, what the heck was that? E single prints. I didn't do anything there. I'm like, I'm going to bid 64 and see if we get an afternoon pullback to long it. Well, F got down to 68 and then went up. Boom. So I had the order in there. Then I had just come back. I stepped out of the room for a minute, came back, and before the Fed minutes were coming out, they decided to liquidate these longs. There's a lot of longs. No reason in the world I didn't buy this. It just happened so fast. They caught me flat-footed, hit B's low, filled the single prints, and boom, straight up. Really ticked me off that I missed that I didn't get involved in that. So missing the bid, the long in F when I had to bid in and didn't get there, and then not acting when I got down, really kind of blew me out. Plus, I've been dealing with this cough and whatever for weeks now, so kind of ticked myself off all the way around. So again, it's not the money. 12 points. That's nothing, and I'm very happy how I saw the day. Just a little ticked off, and I didn't do anything after that. Just a little ticked off of not getting those pullbacks. So anyway, destinations, all-time high, 46.50 in ES. Price probe is 40. 9 wide at 28.75. Afternoon pullback, 18.75. Single prints, they start 17.75, get filled 13.25. Second set, 07.75 to 06.25. And then today's low of 93.75. SPY, all-time high, 577.71. Price probe, 577.06. Only 8 wide. Single prints, 574.99 to 98. 574.89 to 44. 573.94 to 573.79, and today's low of 572.55. And then let's go to the charts. I'm going to show you both NQ and ES. So give me 1 second. So here's the daily. We broke out of a 13, 14-day balance to the upside. However, the volume right now, forget it. It's over. It's 37.3. All right. It's not going to be in the top 10, but it is horrendous. It's one of the lowest average volumes we've had in SPY in a while, yearly wise. Okay? It's under 61 million right now. That is putrid. But we broke out of balance on the daily, so we're up. We broke out of balance on the weekly, we're up, and the monthly was up. Now, NQ is different. Here's the weekly high. That's the one I'm talking about. That's the weekly high from September. Okay? So that's what I want them to take out to be up on the weekly. They don't have to get to the all-time high, but I want to see them take out this weekly high of September 23rd. All right? So it's still balanced right now on the weekly. The monthly is definitely balanced, but the daily is up. The daily is up. So they're heading in the right direction. Volumes, look, we've been talking about this for years, it seems like. I always tell the room, picture a bicycle wheel with 20 spokes, okay? That's what volume is. It's one part of those 20 spokes. Right? Everything else you have on there. You have range, you have value, you have single prints, gaps, wide pox raise. So it's a very, very important one. There's no doubt it is. And at some point it will matter. But just like I tell you to forget news and everything else, because when the market wants to care, it will care. The same thing applies to the lack of volume. At some point the market will care that it's only you and I and mindless machines bidding this market up. But for now, it just doesn't. And the thing is, we have to recognize when it does care so you don't get run over. But for now, all 3 time frames are up in ES and NQ trying to get Remember, balance rules will be in effect for NQ now. That's the balance high from September 26th on the weekly. So we got close to it. So we'll see how they react going forward. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we will speak prior to the opening tomorrow.